Blue Nemesis. Just a quick little update in progress. Making this custom exhaust system, downpipes. We got the cats off. We have test fitted and got an angle right. Now we're doing our final welding. We got to put her right here. You can see we're getting ready to mount our bung for the O2 sensors, like that one is on display. To still see how it's test fitting. I had to, I tack weld it really quick, and then I take it, and the way I do it underneath the car, like I get the geometry pretty close, when I cut the cat off, and I use my little metal wires to give me like the angle where it should be. And then what I do is I cut the angles when I cut the cat off, the same angle that I cut the cats off. I try to cut the same angles on the new pipes, and it usually gets me pretty close to where it lines up where it is. And this, what I do is I go ahead and mount, weld in the collector piece to the pipe first, and then I'll put it all in the car, see how it lines up, because all these bolts and stuff gotta line up. So if it was like more simple, but these bolts where that bracket mounts has to line up in a specific spot, and everything has to go in. So you just do it, take it in the car. Then I take a marker. What I do is I take a marker after I got that piece done. I'll take me a marker and I'll put the two pieces in, and then see where it lines up. And if it lines up, the pipe cuts line up pretty close. Usually they line up pretty close. What I do is I'll hold them in place where they meet at underneath the car. I'll take my marker and I'll draw a line right across the seam. But you can't just draw one line. You could draw one line, but usually I do like three. And I try to spread them out, around the pipe if I can. If not, then, I do them all three together. But I do three lines together. But if you can spread them out, then it'll make it easier for you. So when you pull the pipes back out and you put them on your workbench, you just line those three marks up, and then you got your perfect angle. Then you go ahead and tack weld it. Go ahead and put it on the car, test fit it like I did this one, just test fit it. You see how it has the bracket on here. So I got to make sure all these spots line up correctly. I tack weld it, put it in there, come back, check it, checks out. Now that it checked out, now I'm gonna go ahead and put the bongs on. Test to get the hose drill for those. And we have we have these right here we're gonna use. Let's see. I think I have one out somewhere. I don't know what I did with. Oh, here, right here. So this is gonna be what's gonna try to keep to check the code off. This is like a O2 sensor spacer with a mini catalyst inside of it, right inside of there. I can take this off. Right there. Right, so you got a little catalyst in there. I can get it out. Right here. So this little mini catalyst, you can see, maybe you can see how it's like a little cone, and it heats up inside of here. And it actually works as a mini catalytic converter, so that pretty much the sensor reads the same as it would if it was, instead of actually checking the flow of the exhaust, it would really just fooling the sensor right where the sensor goes in. But you got to adjust it to make it work. Sometimes you can't just put them in there and set them and forget them. Sometimes you got to adjust it to where it's deeper in the pipe or in the stream or lower in the stream. It all depends on how sensitive the car is going to be. But it's not a big deal either way, because I'm going to tune the car soon. I found exactly the software I need in HP tuners. They actually put Mercedes-Benz, this specific model, this specific engine is actually on the HP tuners now, so I can use that software, which makes it a lot easier, because I don't want to go somewhere, have them tune the car. Next, I come back and I pull my turbos off and I upgrade those, and I got to go back to this guy, have him tune the car. Nah, I'm not doing all that. I tune all my own stuff. When I get to something I can't do, I figure out, I learn, I do it. So we'll get to that part later too, but I just want to give you guys a quick update before I start welding this all up. And then we're going to probably clean them all up, freshen them up, and paint them, coat them, because if I got it out, I want to coat it. We're going to coat it, then we'll get it all back together, and we'll turn you guys back on when we're about to get it going.